openSPOT 2 from SharkRF today on Ham Radio 2.0 right now. Oh boy. Rain, rain, rain. Good afternoon. My name is Jason. I'm KC5HWB. If this is your first time to join us today, please click on the subscribe button below so that you can keep up with all the videos that we do, all the videos that are posted here, everything and anything that is new in amateur radio. Today, the openSPOT 2, long-awaited, highly anticipated, much sought-after openSPOT 2 is finally freaking here. So this is made by SharkRF, a company out of Estonia. They actually attended the Dayton Hamvention, I think it was the last year they were in Hera. They have not been back since it's been in Xenia, I know that. It was either the last year or the second to last year they were in Hera, because I saw them there. They had a big, huge group around their table the whole time they were there. I did not get a chance to talk to them, but they were there, and I don't think they've been back since then. They've probably been busy making openSPOTs between the new one and the old one that was discontinued. The SharkRF Openspot. SharkRF, by the way, SharkRF is the name of the company. openSPOT is the name of the device. This is an openSPOT. This is an openSPOT 2. Okay? Here they are right there. Now, the openSPOT was probably my favorite hotspot ever. It was the first hotspot to do cross-function between DMR and Fusion and back again. You can't cross-function to, you can't cross-talk to DSTAR because DSTAR is older technology, but it would do Yaesu System Fusion to DMR or DMR to Yaesu System Fusion. So you could talk on Wires X rooms with a DMR radio by setting up the crosstalk function in here, or you could talk on DMR talk groups with the Fusion radio by setting up talk groups in there. There's a lot of different options out to do that same thing now, but this was the first one to do it. So they discontinued this model about earlier this year, maybe January, February, March, somewhere in there. I don't remember exactly when it was, but the only drawback to this hotspot ever was that it had no Wi-Fi. It has Ethernet, and it's all browser programmable. So you'd plug it into your router at home, open up a browser, type in openSPOT or the IP address that the device pulls from your router, and log in and configure everything through a browser. So no extra software needed, no extra this, no extra that, blah, blah, blah. Very easy to do. Once you got it set up, you leave it. I've had one set up in the house for months and months and months that I've never touched except to do firmware updates here and there. So really great device, but the thing they were lacking was Wi-Fi, because a lot of people were asking for Wi-Fi because people like to use this thing in their car. So here's the box. I'm not going to do an unboxing, but this is what the box looks like that it comes in. There's nothing special about it. It comes with some stickers that are cool. I'm going to put those up in the shack later. There's nothing really special about it except that it comes with an adapter that will take a standard USA type plug, clicks in like that, and it comes with two or three other plugs for overseas use. Comes with this. I believe this is the kind that you use in Italy. I was there last summer. This one with the, looks like a USA plug, except the prongs are angled. I'm not sure where that's used. And then this big sucker right here looks like that almost looks like a 220 plug. That's maybe a converter or something. Anyway, I'm sure someone will come along in the video and put a comments on the video and say, "Oh, that plug's used for here. That's great." I don't know what it's used for. I'll probably just carry the whole thing with me should I ever take this on a trip overseas, which will probably be a few more years before I do that again. And then, of course, there's a USB port on the back of the plug right here, which is this cable. And it goes, and the device itself and the USB cord that it comes with is a USB-C. That's the newest, latest, and greatest version of USB. It is the newer version than micro USB, which the old openSPOT was a micro USB plug, so it's very standard, very universal. You could use any plug on it you wanted to. This one's a specific micro or a specific USB-C plug right there. which doesn't bother me so much because guess what? My Samsung Galaxy S9 is also a USB-C. Oh my gosh, I didn't pull an RF finder out of my pocket. What is up with that? You're going to have to keep watching. Not this episode, but later on. So anyway, so this is as big as it is right here. Let me start the screen cap software. Yep, there it is. And we're going to go... So this is really cool. The way that you get it is you plug it into power. It does not have a battery. It kind of looked like when you were reading through the SharkRF.com website, like this is power in your pocket, like you put it in your pocket and you walk down the street, like it had a battery. It doesn't have a battery. It's very small, which is fine, but it requires power. At least I haven't found a battery on it yet. We're going to do the setup here. I don't think that it has a battery, but you can probably power it off of your phone. Okay, so you can definitely power it off of your laptop because that's where I have mine powered off right now. But you go out to the Shark. The box does not come with a manual, so don't order one and open it up and expect to find a paper manual. It doesn't come with one. Go to SharkRF.com and find your manual. So you can go here just like this. Quick setup is where I went. And what you do is you power it up, and then you take your... Where'd it go? Quick setup. Oh, here we go. Connect to Wi-Fi. Let's go up here. There we go. That's the page I was looking for right there. Boom. So what you do in it, and they've got these little animated GIFs in here. This is pretty cool. You plug power into this, and it starts, and see this flashing light right here? It's flashing green and yellow right now because I've already done this part of it. It'll flash blue off and on when you first power it up. And then what you do is you take your smartphone or your laptop and you disconnect from your existing Wi-Fi and you look for a new Wi-Fi access point called openSPOT2-AP. openSPOT2-access point. You connect to it. There's no password. It'll connect. It'll open up a window and it'll say confirm your country, and you hit your drop-down menu and confirm your country. And mine automatically selected. It selected USA automatically. It probably uses Wi-Fi, GPS, or whatever. And then it'll do a scan of the existing ambient Wi-Fi at your location, and it'll ask you which one you want to connect to. You click on it. This is all done through a web browser, either on your phone or on your computer. And this is while you're connected to the openSPOT2-AP Wi-Fi access point. Okay? Very kind of similar to the way that Pi-Star works now as well. So you open up the web browser, you select your country, it does a scan of the existing Wi-Fi networks, you click your Wi-Fi network, enter your password, and then it reconfigures this to connect to that network. So you can disconnect your laptop or phone from this device, from the AP device, and this device will now be connected to your ambient Wi-Fi wherever you are. So here is what it looks like once you get it connected. Now, what it says right here is that it should just the initialization setup opens automatically. That is correct. That happened to me. If the initialization setup doesn't open automatically, do one of these two things. openSPOT2.local never worked for me, and it was rare that openSPOT.local worked for me on the original device. I usually had to go find the IP and open it that way. Works fine after you find the IP. You have to log into your router and view attached devices and figure out what IP your openSPOT is. This right here makes no sense. Or you can go to 192.168.99.1. Well, only if your DHCP server is set up with 192.168.99.x, which mine is not. So that didn't work. I don't understand why they put that in there. That makes no sense. So I had to go into my router and find out what IP my router was setting it to, and it was 192.168.1.40. So as soon as you come in here, okay, so as soon as you figure out what IP address, or if you type in openSPOT2.local, sometimes it worked for me and sometimes it didn't. Most of the time it did not, but this one I couldn't get to work. I only tried it like twice. So once you come in here, it'll go to / QS, which is quick setup. So you will see a page that looks like this. And it hasn't asked me to log into the OpenSpot yet. I haven't put in a password. Like when you would log into the original OpenSpot, it would tell you the default password was just OpenSpot, all lowercase. You type that in, and that's when it brought up the admin window. We haven't gotten that far yet. Okay, this is what you see immediately after you connect this OpenSpot to your ambient Wi-Fi, your existing Wi-Fi, wherever you are. Okay, and by the way, this does not have an Ethernet cable. It's Wi-Fi only. So the other one was Ethernet only. This one's Wi-Fi only. So you come in here. I'm going to enter my call sign. 062. Now that's one of my IDs, but I like to use this other one. Do you want to rerun an initialist? No, I don't. I want to save. And there we go. DMR. POC-SAG. So it'll do, this will do, okay, so the original OpenSpot would do DMR, System Fusion, and DSTAR. It would cross-connect between DMR and System Fusion and back again, but not to DSTAR. As far as I know, that's still true. This new system will do NXDN, P25, and POC-SAG. POC-SAG is like a paging system. I know very little about POC-SAG. Somebody's going to come along in the comments, well, it's this and this. Great. I'll learn about it, and I'll talk about it later. I don't really care right now. For the purpose of this demonstration, I don't care what POC-SAG is. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to go to DMR, General DMR Settings, and I can do one of these, Brandmeister, DMR Plus, FCS. I'm going to set my frequency, which is the frequency that I generally use, and the network. Yeah, see, you got DMR Plus /mark/XLX. We're going to do that. We can do Brandmeister if we want to. I'm not too big on Brandmeister. Brandmeister's fine, but in Texas we don't use Brandmeister nearly as much as we use. They're calling it Mark, M-A-R-C. It's actually a C bridge is what they're talking about, I think. I think that's what they're talking about. So server address. I wanted to see the drop-down menu here. There we go. DMR Mark. Okay, so you do have a North American central server for DMR Mark C bridge, Eastern and Western for DMR Mark C bridges. Okay, and then you've got all these DMR Plus connections down here. XLS reflectors are a DMR X thing, and from what I understand, they work pretty darn well. Okay, so I'm going to go. And see, you've got across the top here, it does say OpenSPOT2, got status connectors modem. This is the quick setup, so maybe... Oh, see, it didn't even save my... Okay, you know what? Let's try to do it manually. Yeah. Homebrew MMDVM, see? I'm trying to go through the quick setup guide, and I am smarter than the quick setup guide. You probably are, too. Don't discount yourself. Okay, let's go. Okay, so down here, you see this right here? Advanced mode. This isn't so different from the original. It's a little bit different. It's got some more options, but it's not so different from the original. Okay, here we go. This is what I want to do right here. You're going to use Homebrew if you do Brandmeister. Yeah, there it is right there. Okay, so there we go right there. And, yep. Well, that's good. So let's try this. KC5H, WB testing, DFW Metro. See this, yep. But I know that worked because we can go over here to the NetWatch and scroll down, and you can see right... Oh, there's Roger. Okay, then. Perfect. Hey, Roger. Good evening, KC5HWB. Testing a new hotspot connection here from the shack, doing a video recording. just making sure it's getting passed all the way through. I was seeing myself on NetWatch, but wanted to make sure it was coming through the network there. See that right there?
Oh yeah, it comes through loud and clear. I can't get in the grapevine repeater. There's got to be something broken. That silly thing again up there. I guess I'll take an antenna out of the visor up there around, see if I can start troubleshooting.
Thanks for coming back to me. Yeah, I'm just doing some testing with this new hotspot here. The SharkRF Openspot released a new version, the openSPOT2, and it's much smaller and it's all Wi-Fi, so it seems to be working great. Appreciate you coming back to me. KC5HWB. So, that is that.
Okay, Jason, I'm going to try to be around for the net tonight, and I looked at your last one about that hotspot, so this is another one, I guess. Okay, good chatting with you.
Yeah, that's another one.
KL.
So, the hotspot I did last time he's referring to was the rugged spot. I got a lot of both good and bad comments on that hotspot, but the people who use that hotspot really like it. Some people don't like the way that it was implemented, but that's not my problem. I'm not selling the blasted thing. So anyway, that is the SharkRF Openspot 2. You can see here's the network tab, and that's where I'm connected right now. QRZ is my SSID at home. Hi. Settings has a lot more information on it than the other one does. Of course, we can connect it to Brandmaster. I could connect it to Brandmaster server 3102 right now and have no problem. So anyway, that is obviously DMR. Ooh, what's full screen do? Oh. Alright, there you go. You want to do a status screen. And it clicks it back down. You got these extra buttons over here to the SharkRF link. I guess that's the website. Let's go. Nope. Yeah, it opens a new tab. SharkRF.link. Below to open the web interface of your SharkRF device, you can use a UID on the sticker on the bottom of the device. Huh! I'll have to look that up. Maybe their own private network thing. Don't know. That's probably in the manual somewhere. It's got a link here to the manual, user manual. Opens that in a new tab. Takes you to the sharkrf.com website, which is what we were on earlier. All the different samples down here down the side. So, again, doesn't come with a manual, but you don't really need it. Firmware upgrade reboot scheduled for... Oh, look at that. So it's got a scheduler. Nice. I wonder if that'll do it by itself. It's kind of neat. Okay, so we're updating the firmware. I just got this thing like yesterday in the mail. So, but you know, if it was like the old device, they probably updated all the freaking time anyway. So let's go up here to the connectors. I want to see. Actually, I wanted to see what it looked like. A quick set. I think this is what I want. Yeah. Okay. So we're back to this quick setup screen here. Let's see what the DSTAR screen looks like. You got REF and XRF, DCS and XLS reflectors, gateways, SharkRF IP connector client and server. They had that on the last one. That was kind of a neat. I've played with that a little bit. Let's go to C4FM, which is kind of a misnomer. They're really talking about system fusion there. FCS YSF reflector. Brandmeister. Huh. Interesting. So they've got DMR under the C4FM, which is actually kind of true because DMR pretty much is C4FM. It's just TDMA instead of FDMA. Okay, let's go back here. NXDN. This one's new. They didn't have this on the original version. NXDN network server type to continue. Huh. It's still got all those on there. Brandmeister. There's an AutoCal for NXDN. That's cool. This is the one that I really want to look at right here. Is P25. Okay, P25 support will be added in a firmware upgrade. So they have P25 planned for later, but it's not available right now. Good to know. POCSAG, if I'm saying that right. POCSAG support will be added later from... Okay, so this is future-proof, in other words. It's going through and it's saying, okay, we're going to do... we're going to add some stuff to it later, but it's not available yet, but it will be. So I'm really looking forward to the P25. I'll probably do another one that's P25 at some point in time. So that is it. Very cool. We've been looking for this for a long time. It'll be easy to plug this thing into the cigarette lighter adapter in the truck and set it up on the, well, I probably won't set it up on the dash in the truck during this Texas summer heat because I melted a blue stack up there one time doing that. So maybe I'll set it underneath the seat, but that is that. So the next question that I'm going to get is, are you going to sell this device? Check out this video up here for a follow-up on that discussion. All right, 73 guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to me on YouTube. Let me know in the comments if you're planning to get the openSPOT2. If you're not, tell me what hotspot you're using. If it's a hotspot I have not reviewed yet, tell me where I can get one, and I'll go out there and I'll get it and I'll review it. 73, we'll catch you next time.